Good morning. I'm Lacey Shippey on the Rural Radio Network, and it's time to take a look at our midday livestock trade with livestock market analyst Kyle Bumsted. And Kyle, today is report day. We're looking up. Tell me what else you see for trade.
That's right, Lacey. We have a cattle on feed report here today after the close here at 2 o'clock. They're going to release, like I said, cattle on feed report. The on-feed estimate here as of August 31st. On-feed estimate is 99.2%. Placements during the month of August at 91.3%. And marketings in the month of August here at 87.1%. And marketing number is getting compared against 21 days and against 22 that we had last year. So there's one less marketing day this year. Now, today we started off here. Lower here, obviously right on the open. Then we've turned around and started moving higher again. Kind of has been the theme here lately as we've seen this market do several times. It's gone one way right on the open, then turn around and gone the other way. And we're just off our daily highs here, like these October feeders, 354.90 is the high. We're at 354.70 up 292. And the November feeders, need to start watching those here. They're going to get the volume and open interest out there here probably by the end of the week here next week. We're up $4.60 here at 351.82 with a high of 351.97 here today as well. Live cattle side of things here, October is the weak link here. The high's been 234.15 against 233.87 on the board right now, up $1.50. And the December contract, 236.35 was the high. We're at 236.05. Cash sales this week have been less than last week, and they've been a couple dollars lower than last week as well too. Kansas and Texas this morning, their bids are 240 down there, and everyone's kind of holding out for 242. So there's a pretty good sized basis there they can try to get themselves into here. We've seen some commercial bear spreading as well. All in all, a lot of position squaring here going on ahead of today's report. Lacey.
Thank you, Kyle. That is livestock market analyst Kyle Bumsted. If you'd like to talk to him about the livestock markets, call him at 308-708-7340. You're listening to the Rural Radio Network.
With this Grain IQ Minute, I'm Alex McAvica. You might give yourself an A+ when it comes to grain production, but how would you grade your farm on marketing, profitability, budgeting?
It's extremely important to at least have somewhat of a handle on your costs and cost of production. And again, I know there's assumptions you need to make on yield, but I just have had a lot of producers over the years that really don't know where they're at.
Brian Splitt is the co-founder of agmarket.net and just one of the dozens of guests featured in the Grain IQ podcast.
You have to make some assumptions ahead of time. And then you can always change those assumptions as the marketing year rolls around. You get into July, you get some rains at a good opportune time, maybe you up your yield estimate.
Grain IQ, the grain marketing podcast helping you be more profitable. Subscribe and listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or the Rural Radio Podcast Hub. Grain IQ is brought to you in part by Nebraska soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Welcome back to the Rural Radio Network. I'm Lacey Shippey with a check on your markets. Corn futures are narrowly mixed here at midday as we continue to chop along the upper end of the range with our early session strength fading. We had another sale this morning of 8.1 million bushels of corn to an unknown destination. Soybean futures are lower with the early gains we started with today turning to selling after we failed to see any constructive trade news come out of that call this morning between President Trump and China. The wheat markets are lower with a stronger dollar, and cattle futures are finding support this morning as traders position ahead of this afternoon's cattle on feed report. December corn is down 1 at 4.22 3/4. March down 1 1/4 at 4.40 1/4. May down 1 1/2 at 4.50. November soybeans down 9 at 10.28 1/2. January down 8 3/4 at 10.47 3/4. March down 7 3/4 at 10.63 3/4. December Chicago wheat is down 2 1/2 at 5.21 3/4. March down 2 3/4 at 5.39 3/4. December Kansas City wheat is down 4 at 5.06. March down 4 at 5.27 3/4. October soybean meal is up 10 cents at $2.83.10. October bean oil down 38 at 50.19. October live cattle up 122 at 233.60. December up 165 at 235.80. February up 167 at 237.45. September feeders up 140 at 359.57. October up 287 at 354.60. November up 445 at 351.65. December lean hogs are down 17 at 87.52. February up a dime at 89.80. And class 3 milk for October is down 30 cents at 17.15. You're listening to the Rural Radio Network.